Hey guys, I'm s7yler, and in this video I'm going to unbox and review a mini projector with 1000 lumen from Texas Instruments. The price compared to the product you get is, in my opinion, very fair, as it performs pretty well as a small pocket projector. It will not replace a real projector, but in a smaller room it works perfect and gives a pretty bright and sharp picture. Okay, so let's unbox and let's have a look on the box. We see it says DLP, Texas Instruments. There's a small sticker with a barcode. And that's it. There's nothing on the back. So let's open it up. I must say, the box here is made of pretty good materials. It's very thick. And there's also something here in the top to protect it. Okay, so here we have the mini projector. Let me put this aside for now. And let's see what we else got inside the box. Let me remove the cardboard. First of all, some instructions. Quick start guide. And we see the ports and what it supports. Speakers, USB, computer or telephone. Here for the power. So it also seems to support Miracast. You can play music directly and also images and movies from a USB stick. We have the system settings, HDMI, and we have some specifications. So that's it for the quick start guide. I will show more of the interface later in the video. Let us see what we else got here. So this seems to be the power supply with a CE logo, and we see 12 volt, 2.0 amp. So we also got a HDMI cable. Very nice that they include this. So this is just the power cable. A tripod that you can use with the projector. And last we also find a remote control. Okay, let's have a closer look at the mini projector here. Let me remove the plastic. So here we see the lens. I believe the air will come out in the front and the air will flow in from the sides. So here we have some buttons, the power button, and with this one here, a small wheel, you can manually adjust the sharpness of the picture. Okay, we see some LEDs, DLP, again it says Texas Instruments. So here on the back we see some plastic foil, but we have the port for the power socket, we have the HDMI, we have USB and audio out, and a small reset hole. And again on this side we just have some holes for the air. We have a CE logo, and here in the center I believe you can attach the tripod. Let me just try to attach it. So here you see it with the tripod. And the head can also be adjusted in different angles. You can move it around and tilt it and so on. And last, let me also do a 360 degree of the projector. You can see it from all the angles. So it's very compact. You can see here it can be in one hand, and there's also a built-in battery. Of course you can use it with the power supply connected all the time, but you can also charge the projector and then disconnect the cable and then just use it as a portable projector, so it's very convenient. And next up I'm going to turn it on, and there's a small fan inside the projector, so let me try to turn it on so you can hear the noise level. So right now the projector is really close to the wall, and let me just try to zoom in a little bit so you can see the brightness and sharpness. Of course the room here is totally dark. Right now I've turned off all other lights, but as you notice the picture is pretty sharp and nice. And with the wheel here on the side you can adjust the sharpness. You can see now it's blurry. So you have to find the correct spot where it's totally sharp. Now you can see the picture here, and the wide is about 1.5 meters. I will just tilt the camera a little bit so you can see the table here in front. Actually this is my camera and the box. That way you have an idea of how wide and large the picture actually is, because it's of course hard to see here in the video. So I'm recording this from the left side of the picture, so that's why you don't see it in front, because I'm trying to get the biggest picture possible, and this room here is pretty small. Here we have the box and my Sony camera. Now let's have a look at some of the features, and this is the interface. So I'm sorry about the flickering in the blue line, but it's because of my camera. We see we have a player for movie, picture, music, Wi-Fi display, HDMI, and we have settings. So first of all let me go to the settings, and actually we only find these things: language, OSD, system update, burn HDCP, and reset. And you also notice that up in the right corner we have an indicator for the battery, the power, and also for the power saving mode or normal mode. So if it runs low on the battery it will switch to a power saving mode, and you can see the sun in the corner. And we also see that you can turn off the device here in the menu with power off, but you can of course also control the device directly with the buttons on the projector. And while I show you this, I'm going to use the IR remote control to navigate around. Let's try here in movie, and I'm using a USB stick right now. It will support DivX and MP4, and DivX will work fine as long as there's no 5.1 AC3 or DTS sound, because surround sound, the audio codec is not supported by the built-in player here. But let's try for example MP4. Let me try one movie, and I'm only going to play a short clip because I'm just going to demonstrate how it works and looks. And as you can hear, there's also a built-in speaker, and with the controls on the side of the projector you can turn up and down for the volume. You can also jump around in the clip, fast forward and so on. You see the controls here. Let me try to play some pictures from the USB stick. And in pictures you can also zoom. Let's try to zoom in here. Do some effects, rotating and move. So it's also possible to connect via Wi-Fi display. Wi-Fi-Direct is support for iOS and Android. So I don't own an iPhone, so I can't try the iOS, but let's try out the Android. So let me just try to connect it now. And you can see, succeeded, waiting for IP address. Okay, so here we have the phone. Let me just try to tilt the display, yeah. And let's try to jump into YouTube. Let's see, let's try one here. My latest video. And the sound is coming out of the projector right now in the built-in speaker. And the video is just streamed from my smartphone.
Hey, what is going on? I'm s7yler.
So it works pretty good. It's displaying my smartphone display one-to-one. And with the HDMI you can, for example, connect your laptop, a TV box or receiver, satellite receiver and other stuff that use HDMI. So as told, if you play HD movies that contains special codecs, I recommend to play these on the laptop and just connect it via HDMI. That is the easiest way to do it. Let's try to go into the music player. And regarding the power, for a full charge, I guess it will take about 2 hours. I'm not quite sure how big the battery inside is, but when you play and use the projector, it seems that you can use it for hours. Still pretty good battery life. I don't have any long-term experience yet with this projector, so I can't say how good or bad the battery life is, but my first impressions here are that the battery is really good. Another nice thing to mention is that you can also connect a powered hard drive. Actually, I tried to connect a 2 terabyte hard drive directly to the USB port in the projector, and that worked great. I could play and browse the files directly on the hard drive. And here I have now connected the HDMI to my satellite receiver. And let's see the settings. So we have picture mode. standard, sports, movie and so on. Display modes 16:9 or 4:3. And regarding the Bluetooth icon, I'm not sure if you can connect a Bluetooth dongle or something like that maybe. But right now I can't test it. Let's see in language. So here you can only choose English and Chinese. So that concludes my review of the RTS DLP Projector. Overall, a good and compact mini projector with nice accessories to an affordable price. Perfect for smaller rooms, and with Wi-Fi-Direct it is very easy to connect any smartphone. The built-in multimedia player could be better, but does the job okay as long as you only watch standard MP4 and DivX files with stereo sound. Unfortunately, you can only switch between 4:3 and 16:9 widescreen when you're in HDMI mode. It's not possible when playing movie files, and that is something I do miss. For AC3 surround sound and more complex codecs, you will need to connect a laptop or another device that can play that, as the built-in player has limited codecs. The battery life and charging time is really good. I guess about 1.5 hour playing time and 2 hours charging time. The small fan inside can be heard, but it is not so loud that it gets annoying. And if it should be a problem for you, you can still connect external speakers or headphones. So guys, that's it for the review. If you have any questions, please feel free to comment below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.